Hello
There we go.
everyone, welcome back. We're now in Group C. I was supposed to do this with FDM, but apparently he's dead, so I'm left with some corpse.
Hey guys, I'm Sinilil.
The corpse, aka Sinilil.
Yes, I am indeed a corpse. I'm discarded trash.
That too. So we're going to be doing the Group C here. We've got Cole, Edelweiss, James, Tazik, Gamer, Excalibur, Schnecke the Angry Snail, and Nuclear Goo.
Very exciting group actually. We have a bunch of experienced players in this group. We have a gamer. We have a battle between streamers, between Gamer and Excalibur. We have a battle between two of the high-level tourney players as well in Cole and Edel.
And there's no James and Tazik. They're both real good players. The Snail, great player.
Players.
Goo, he lives in draft. He is draft. If you get to
Goo
a 12 win in draft and you didn't face Goo, I don't know what game you're playing.
You were playing Minion Masters and how it wasn't meant to be played because Goo is in every draft run.
That's right. So our first game will of course be Cole and Edelweiss, because why not have the hypest match first, right?
Exactly. I mean, we have both very experienced players. We have Cole, one of the oldest players in the game, and we have Edel. I think it was KP7 he won? KPC7?
It might be. It's either 6 or 7. It was right around there.
One of those.
I think 6 was the 2v2, so 7, yes.
Yeah, 7 was the statue fest.
Yeah, where Edelweiss went
so.
completely undefeated in that tournament.
I'm very excited to see what both players bring out.
Yep, we'll see that in our first game at the 35-minute mark. If you are ready.
Give it a load. Yeah, make sure it's loaded because last time bad things happened to me. Alright, it's loaded.
Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, here we go!
We see Cole on that Stormbringer, and we see Edel taking a Setsu.
That's not what I would expect out of him.
Yeah, it's a very interesting out of him. It's the first time I've seen him on Setsu, actually. He beams the Crossbow Guild right away, making sure that Crossbow Guild gets no value. It's one of those more dangerous cards in the current meta as is.
Yeah, so we're looking at what would be considered standard Stormbringer control right now out of Cole.
Yeah, Cole has been playing it a lot in the ladder. It's his most comfortable deck. He's beaten a lot of high-profile players with it as well. So I wouldn't imagine him starting with anything else. We have an Undying Skeleton. Undying Skeleton on Setsu. It's interesting. Maybe Edel's just trying to find slow burn.
Yeah, I mean, you get plenty of pressure out of it. He's got a Shock Rock and a Beam to help reset the reload, but that's going to be a Cleaver response out of Cole to answer Setsu.
And right now we see Edel doesn't actually have a good answer. He could cycle towards the beam using the scrap pack. Oh, he goes for the warrior instead at bottom.
Yeah,
maybe he's going to take...
Scrap pack will actually buy some time against the Cleaver rather than wasting his beam, which he most definitely wants to use that beam on the Crossbow Guild to also get that face damage. He looks like he'll be okay with taking 300 damage to the face from the Cleaver just so that he has a little bit of extra board presence in the form of those crossbow dudes.
But to be fair, currently the Stormbringer deck currently uses Daggerfall over the Fireball, so it's not a lot of ways it can do direct face damage outside of Stormbringer bolts. So 300 damage early on is not so much of a problem. It would maybe if it was later it would be, but as of right now he can afford the time.
So that's going to give us a fully answered push from Cole. Not much of a threat left, and he's got to find some way to get this beam to not take out his Crossbow Guild, or otherwise it's just going to be a mostly dead card here that's just causing him to take 400 damage every time he plays it.
Yeah, and he's also opting not to play it away from his face.
Oh, there goes the beam out.
There goes the beam, so now the Crossbow Guild can come out. if Cole does have it in hand.
I would assume so. But it doesn't look like... Yep, there it goes.
There it is.
I was gonna say, it
Now
doesn't
Idol
look like
has
he
to-
wants to play it yet.
And now we see where the crossbow guild is most dangerous. Perk 2 on Stormbringer. These crossbow guys are just gonna slowly whittle anything down. But it seems like Idol has good pressure going into it already.
Oh yeah.
He timed it well with the Undying Skeleton.
Yep, you got the Undying Skeleton. It's going to try and clean up the Stormers, but it's actually going to die because of this Ghost Turret, which is going to answer the remaining of the push, but not before Edel did a grand total of over 1,000 damage off of that push.
Edel does have the beam in hand. He can choose to beam the guild if he so wants, or he can just weather the storm and maybe save it for the next guild.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you may as well just weather the storm, because you know the next guild is going to be coming very soon. And there's going to be the beam to answer the Cleaver
he goes for
again.
the Cleaver instead. Interesting.
Well, at this point, he's got to feel comfortable. Last time he didn't answer the Crossbow Guild, he got that 1,000 damage to the face.
Yeah, but that's just because he actually had a Undying, and he was able to make a push under its res. But now Cole has a full guild. He chooses to jump at it. Does he
That'll
get it?
do plenty of damage to it, even if he doesn't get it. And he will get the full thing with that jump. That's a heck of a mana swing.
Good mana use. Good jump by Edo, but now and now Cole's actually in very dangerous range. If Edo chooses to beam his face, it's just one cycle. But he has this Cleaver coming to the face. I think he wants
to
to
get the Defenso as well with it. That's a big mana swing as well. That's 11.
Here we go.
6.
Here we go. That we were talking about the slow burn from these Undying Skeletons as they keep spawning and just keep running towards Cole, and it's slowly whittling him down. He can jump on the guild right away.
Here comes with high-powered laser as well. It's going to do a lot of damage here. We're going to see the Shock Rock. There's the second high-powered laser, and now there is a timer on this match that Cole has to come up with a bit. Oh, never mind. The timer's already up. That'll be the beam to give the win to Edelweiss. You still with me? Are you just in absolute shock? He might. We might have lost him. Oh well. This is why he's a corpse. So that'll give us the first game, of course, going to Edelweiss there. That puts Cole on the back foot for trying to figure out how exactly to answer Edelweiss here. It's a lot of pressure. I mean, he's got to take both games here. Okay, so I haven't lost him yet. He's he's talking. He got interrupted. That's fine. All right, so we'll be going into our second game here, and that will be at the 39-minute mark. You all just get to enjoy my voice for that much longer. Okay, I've got my co-caster again, yes? No? He apparently broke his mic because it's not lighting up. Killing me. Give me a moment. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Tara, I'm going to go ahead and take your suggestion there in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and advance without Sinilil for this little section here. We're going to see our second game here of Cole versus Edelweiss, and here we go. So we've got the double Setsu matchup. We've got Sergeant Setsu on the right. We've got our normal Setsu on the left there. It looks like Edelweiss is going to stick with his same deck that he's been running with. And we're going to... I'm going to guess a Dragon's Nest out of Cole because why not? That's what we've seen that is so popular. We have one bridge for each person, and I'm going to find out that I am a liar as a blue golem goes down bottom. There is a beam in hand to take care of it and anything that might support it, but who knows if what's supporting it is going to be a black hole. We're going to see a warrior drop down. It's not going to be any support for it other than a scrat pack that's not going to exactly buy a lot of time here. Defenso Chopper is going to try and answer both this Whirly and this blue golem. Here comes a beam. But the black hole is also there to meet with it, and that's going to be a big swing for Cole here as he's now got the opportunity. He needs to go face here as a cleaver gets dropped. This is our palace. We're going straight to the face here. Here's the Rampage with the Setsu as well. Setsu's going to jump down. She's going to try and do something here. Scrap Pack, the only card Edelweiss has got here. He's got nothing big left to drop to try and stop this giant push here. Golem still hasn't locked on face. Cleaver still hasn't locked on face. There he goes. He finally gets that 600 damage hit here. And the Whirly tornado of damage is going to end it there. And that will be our game 2. And now I can pull my co-caster back in here and maybe his mic will work. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yep.
Alright.
Apparently. You clearly didn't need me for that. That was a quick one.
Yeah, the good thing about the quick ones is I don't need a co-caster. There's just so much action. So that's going to bring us to game 3 now, and it's all tied up.
Yeah, but now Cole has now shown a Palace deck. The question is, does Edel respond with an answer to it, or does he? Or do you think Cole runs it? Will Cole run it again? I mean, one of the major major advantages of a Palace deck is the surprise factor.
Right, and you can probably assume it's not going to happen again. But at the same time, because you're assuming it's not going to happen again, that makes it that much more dangerous if it does get played again.
Exactly.
So we're going to find out just what happens at the 48-minute mark. If you are ready.
And I am ready.
3, 2, 1, here we go.
King Puff.
With that skin.
I love that skin. It's so cute.
If you say so. Bubble King.
The Bubble King.
But so we got the Rappo on the left. Looks like
we have
used back in the day.
Edel's favorite deck, his statue Rappo. Demon Warrior!
Oh. Who is this? Am I watching Faramir or something here?
Yep.
King Puff?
Yeah, but
Demon Warrior.
Ever since the small Demon Warrior buff where they gave it 30 more base HP, this was a deck that was slowly coming back. We saw, and the two variants of it right now are the Apep Cycle version where you have the two big cards to hold in your hand just for the Apep's auto attack, and a Control King Puff variant. I'm personally not a big fan of the Control King Puff variant because I feel like it kind of loses some matchups a little hard right now, but I think Cole feels confident in it. He's got a lot of spear throwers.
But he's got a living statue on his face just hitting him over and over. And the only thing on it is King Puff and the propeller scrats. But I was going to say Edelweiss would have his own big push on him, but Reboomer cleared it up just fine. And we see an 800 HP difference here now.
And that's always been the issue with King Puff control decks. They actually don't have that many answers against Reboomers once the spear throwers throws their spears. The question is now, level 2. It's already a level 2 Demon Warrior in about the 1 minute 30 mark. Can
but that's
Cole
not the
get to level
fastest
3?
we've seen, though. And we
Yep.
see all these scrats sitting on this statue just absolutely helpless. And that's rather unfortunate. We could really use a shock rock, but it's not in this deck.
Doesn't seem to be. It's teched with a lightning bolt, fearing Colossus and infused succubus, I think. Just in case Cole decided to bring something like that to play. And here comes another statue set up, and Illusionary Cleaver to answer some scrats at the top. He swaps, and he's going to use that Demon Warrior. Demon Warrior level 3 clears statue pretty well, but that Reboomer is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Reboomer would take care of her no problem. I don't know if I would necessarily say Demon Warrior 3 answers statue well, but it does get quite a bit of damage in. Now we have another Reboomer being dropped here. No spears for it, so it's going to get this answered. All these scrats start hitting on the statue now. That's a much better threat than a Demon Warrior, but at this point, we're ready for the next one, I believe. As all these scrats start coming across.
Level 4 should be coming out just about now. And another interesting aspect of this is now Cole is level 2. He's got that perk 2. He's got the Inspire on Bridges. Statue is going to have a much harder time, even if it doesn't have a Demon Warrior in its face. It's just going to have to deal with Propellers and Scrat Horde.
And that's 105 DPS if it's Propellers and 350 if it's the Scrat Horde. Gonna see
the Reboomer
bit of a
being set
deca
up
there.
again.
Yeah, the Reboomer is going to be up, but it's now vulnerable. There's the Daggerfall. That'll clear it all up.
The Daggerfall being very big ever since it got buffed.
Yep.
But here comes another statue. But again, this is what we were talking about. The scrats are just, look at it. It's just burning.
350 DPS. They only need a couple seconds to deal absolutely massive damage to a tanky unit.
Even with the Marines ready to defend, it just wasn't enough. They just took it out way too fast.
Yep. Propellers are going to answer the Reboomer on top. Statue didn't even make it to the face this time, and we have a level 5 Demon Warrior crossing the bridge right now.
Demon Warrior is becoming a big problem now, especially since Ito doesn't have many answers for it. He could try a Lucky Lightning Bolt, but with how many Swarm units Cole is playing, it's going to be a miracle.
And
there's back.
Unfortunately, I'm not totally sure how Edelweiss is going to be able to get across this bridge at any point. Right now, he's using the Living Statue as a kiting tool, which not what you want to use it for, and now it's just going to absolutely melt to all those little scrats. Daka being used doesn't even get Demon Warrior to half health. She is an absolute monster now.
And the lack of Shock Rock is really showing here.
Yeah,
they just couldn't clear any of them.
That Lightning Bolt only found a Spear Thrower, and that's going to be Edel just going to go ahead and leave and give Cole the advancement to the finals of Group C.
And Edel knew at that point there was no way coming back. Demon Warrior level 6. Demon Warrior level 7 coming.
Yeah, when he threw his Daka out and couldn't even get her to half health. That's a pretty telltale sign that you are in a lot of trouble. So that's going to bring us to our second match.
Second match of the day, it being, I believe, it's James and Tazik.
Yep.
James is very interesting. We've seen him in some other tourneys. We've seen him play very interesting decks such as Triple Hypnotize.
Triple Hypnotize, Triple Future Present. He likes to just throw 3 cards together that people say are bad and try to make them work. And he often does get them to work, so we'll see what he can do.
Really well.
31.
And we also have Tazik.
Yeah, Tazik.
All right. Tazik, a little older player. No. He pulled off an amazing comeback with Demon Warrior one time, so I believe if he's willing to play Demon Warrior, we might see it from him.
Well, we'll find out at the 31-minute mark. If you are ready, sir.
And I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
One.
We got us a blue Apep. I'm sorry, Vitriol.
Oh. Vitriol.
Vitriol. And we see a red golem out of James here. Yeah, up against the Demon Warrior for Tazik. So
is this the... It doesn't look like this is the one with the heavy cards to use just for Apep's auto attack. Seems to be
or at the
more
very
standard.
least, they aren't in the hand.
At least... And we have a Mana Puff coming out. Gonna get the Scrap Pack. So we have the Lightning Bolt. It's what do you think about Lightning Bolt? We've seen it quite a bit now in this tourney.
He gets the Crossbow Guild there, and it's very hit or miss. If you're up against a Swarm, it's basically a dead card, and if they have a big unit, you're in a world of hurt because of that. You either need to pair it with like a Daggerfall or a Black Hole to make it actually work. We see a free Zeppelin coming out of Tazik here. That's going to be the exact answer that he needed. So we see the random cards just butting heads right here.
Level 2 Demon Warrior now.
Just
lightning bolted away. No, it's just a 2 mana advantage. So and Demon Warrior decks tend to cycle fast, so that would be fine on Tazik's side as long as he can defend and a big push doesn't come his way. And James is not able to set up a big push, sadly.
Yeah, he's got this really slow deck with the Crossbow Guild. Honestly, he should probably consider just letting some stuff just go straight through to his face. And now we see the Zeppelin being dropped bottom to try and go for that guild, and it looks like it's going to actually... No!
Oh, no,
it didn't get there in
the
time.
crossbow dude spawned just in time to save it. Production line increase.
Yeah. That production line patch making all the difference right there.
Here we go, level 3 Demon Warrior, and James again. I feel like James should have maybe used an early Red Golem even at a disadvantage because he needed early pushes against this Demon Warrior, but at the same time it's also risky because it's such a heavy cost in mana.
And that's going to be the death of that Zeppelin between Daggerfall and Dacking its frontliner.
We see there's one heavy card from and it's Demon Warrior.
Yep.
I think.
Oh,
so yeah.
50-50 takes the reboomer.
Not...
Ouch.
That's gotta hurt for James, but he's managed to answer this Demon Warrior quite effectively. Actually, it pretty much did no damage.
Yeah, and that's...
And the Crossbow Guild being 4 mana is starting to add up. Look at there, he's got a second one. Mm-hmm. It's not even on Stormbringer.
Yeah, and he's still got that red golem at the end of the day, and that's still going to be a threat to that Demon Warrior, even if she reaches 10 stacks. Zeppelin just going straight to face here all by itself.
And it just gets jacked away.
Lightning Bolt goes to the stent. That gives all the room in the world for this Demon Warrior.
But at the same time, James threw his Scrap Horde at bot and not towards the Demon Warrior.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what's with all these decisions, but apparently they aren't the worst decisions.
Aren't the worst decisions just yet. And then this Reboomer is gonna get the blow up twice. And this Elite Swarmer is gonna...
New Crossbow Guild goes down, and a Zeppelin meets it right there, and there's level 6 Demon Warrior coming out right now.
Warrior.
The threat is officially real. We're going to start seeing the EXP go back towards Tazik now that he has all this threat on the field.
Scrat Horde gets the puffs as well really quickly. Drop the puffs come out.
There's the Shock Rock to clear all those strats. But yeah, all those crossbow dudes are going to answer that Demon Warrior, no problem.
And James is currently perk 3, so now it's not just crossbow dudes he has to worry about. It's these 2 strats that they're going to start adding up more and more. Demon Warrior and Demon Warrior with Demon Warrior's very slow attack speed. Those 2 strats could take so much time. He gets the Demon Warrior with the Lightning Bolt as well. And the crossbow dudes get the Reboomer.
So now Tazik is in a lot of hurt here as he's trying to get his perk 3. There's going to be Daggerfall trying to trying to get that totem down so that he can finally start hitting Tazik in the face. But just as it does go down, Tazik's finally got more answers on the board, and there's the level 8 Demon Warrior.
But Daka's right there. He can play a bunch of cards right now, and he's waiting for the Scrat Horde.
Yep, there it is. Daka. And it doesn't kill her quite.
But the Scrats finish the job, and this Drone Walker just gets lightning bolted away.
Yep, we have Reboomer. It's going to clear up most of this here.
Yep.
Does Daggerfall take care of the Reboomer, and there's still a lot there. There's level 9 Demon Warrior to try and tank it up.
But there's a bunch of Scrats right there. Demon Warrior's going to get held up. It's gone dead. It's dead.
Yeah, this is definitely not the situation you want to be in. Even if Tazik could get through this Scrat Horde, this Daka, there's still a red Golem to worry about in the late game.
Not to mention all these crossbow guilds. He's got 3. You don't even usually see 2.
We saw it in the late game of some of our other matches, but yeah, you definitely don't see them before Mana Frenzy, and that future present really paying off here as it gave him that 4 mana. And that's looking to be the game if he can actually get to the face again.
Save him.
That's level 10 Demon Warrior starting to walk out. Here comes the Daka.
Tazik stops it for
not
enough. But this top lane push is just too much, I think. Tazik doesn't like the walls coming out. He's gonna save him, but he's avoiding the Daggerfall, but
yep, that's going to be the game, it looks like, right here. He throws down the red Golem almost as a mock.
He wants to, and the Scrats finish the job.
Yep. Demon Warrior just could not find her way across that bridge. Due to that Daka, due to the Scrat Horde, there's just so much to get in her way.
Not to mention the Crossbow Guild just summoning even more dudes, so you could say that practically every second, Ratbo was summoning 2 extra units.
Yeah, and so that's going to bring us to Game 2. And we're going to see what Tazik can come up with this time, since Demon Warrior clearly couldn't cut it. But I mean, we also know that was a lot due to that future present.
Future present really added on to his problems, but even then, you have the Daka and the Scrat Horde, and the Scrat Horde in general kind of hard counters the Demon Warrior just due to the slow attack speed.
Mm-hmm. Scrat Horde will pretty much, well, it won't always kill, but it will always deal a lot of damage. So 38-minute mark for our Game 2.
And I'm loaded.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Mordar. The right answer towards Ratbo. Just for the auto alone.
Too bad he's up against Setsu.
James, what is this hand?
It looks like a nest deck to me.
It's a nest deck, but it's an awkward hand to begin with.
Ah, that'll happen.
That's gonna happen.
No, against crossbow dudes.
Great. Just a good choice. Probably the best choice right there. But yeah, it's
Lightning Bolt gonna find a sniper
Lightning Bolt's
here.
Which is probably the better find.
Is this Meaty's deck on Tazik here?
Maybe. I mean, we have the Undying. I mean, the Undying army with Mordar has been a thing for a long time. People have noticed that. It's true, not snipers though. But sniper is a good control. James just throws the Daggerfall at face. He can find cards.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the first nest.
Yep. And he throws it down. Here's the Rampage. And Shockrock goes for the Reboomer, but doesn't get it.
So we come to a couple of deck choice here. When it comes to Dragon Nest decks, you usually see one of the 2 cards. Blind Date and or Raging Reinforcement. What is your opinion on that deck choice?
I don't like Blind Date in general. I really don't like it in a Nest deck, especially one that's not also rolling Black Hole, because if you get that Gax, you congrats, you countered your own push.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can get a lot of high-value minions, such as a statue, or like as we saw from Shady earlier, the Scrap Tank, which helped with the dragons.
Yeah, and like I said, if you run Black Hole
Is that
with
a
it to
Wizard
save
Puff?
Yes, it is. Wizard Puff
A
finds
Wizard
a
Puff?
lot of value with Mordor.
Wizard Puff finally getting some play. We see in this tournament. We see the Undying's about to start up a push it again. He chooses to fireball the Annihilator right away before he can touch any of the dragons.
Yep, but now he has to deal with a Stent, and he just
The
keeps
sniper.
finding more and more dragons here.
The Daggerfall used to answer the sniper right away. The sniper being one of the best answers to multiple dragons, just because it simply kills them every 4 seconds.
Yep.
Gets a mana. The mana puff gets live.
Yeah, but it's going to find Raging Reinforcements. And the Raging Reinforcements will find a Shock Rock.
Has like a little. Could have saved it, but it was a little slow on.
Oh,
and it shouldn't matter in the long
Rampage!
run.
Just
Oh,
a
Rampage
little
in first place.
early.
But here comes
Let
Annihilator.
him get there. And I mean,
Undying.
although they weren't Rampage, they got a lot of damage in there real quick.
Setsu has to deal with Undyings in her face right now. And there's another Undying about that still has its res up. Gonna hit face. This is gonna be very bad for James.
He gets another res off. Wizard Puff starts walking over. It will find a dragon here.
Dagger has to Daggerfall that sniper.
He gets
does
one
right
dragon.
away.
He polymorphs another dragon. Now there's only 2 left. As another push
Undying.
starts coming in through the bottom lane here.
James is. They're
Oh.
both about 1,000 HP. They're
Yeah,
both
here
about
comes.
1,000 HP right now. Here comes a Rampage.
One
James-
dragon gets,
James gets the wall.
distracted.
James
But
gets the wall. Raging Reinforcements gets crossbow dudes. He probably wanted the warrior there.
this
There's a
Annihilator is
son of
going
an
to do a
Annihilator.
lot of work here.
Undying is trying to chip away at Setsu. And yeah, it does. It manages to do it. Setsu had to reload.
So she goes back
Another
home,
low.
and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeletons on her side of the field. 2 of those are about to res, and there's the first one.
On the nest.
Annihilator's
Dragon's about-
going to hit Setsu
He
here.
hits Setsu. It's unfortunately not what James Tazix wants.
Still
But
hits
here's a
the
sniper,
face
here's
though
a
when
sniper.
she's that close. That's 3
300
Rampage
HP.
Whelp coming across.
Technically, if James could get to his jump with after he takes care of this push, he could attempt a jump at face and win the game. There's a frenzied stun, but there's the Annihilator as well and the sniper.
It's a big risk to go face at this point, so I'm agreeing with the not doing that strategy. Especially with all
I'm-
these skeletons reviving at the face here. Oh, he's going to go for face anyway here.
goes
He's
for
just
it.
going to try it.
Do it. But the
Oh,
Undyings
a
he doesn't have that
Tombstone's
much
going
time.
to block for him, and
Undying's
that's
gonna
going
get
to
it.
win it. So, Tazik will take game 2.
In a very closely contested fight. It's just Tazik surprising with the sniper, surprising with the Annihilator. A lot of good answers to Nest, and James felt playing meta was probably his best bet to try to close out the game.
Yeah, but it turns out when you prepare meta and you come to a tournament, it might not be the best answer. And that's what we
People
saw
are-
there.
People get ready, have preparations for the meta, especially one that was a deck that has been around the meta for such a long period of time.
Hmm. It's gone through quite a few evolutions, but it's still generally played the same way, so you still prepare more or less the same answers. But we're going to see what kind of adjustments get made at the 51-minute mark.
They took a while to play this one.
Yeah, well, technically you get,
20
what,
minutes.
40 minutes to play, so...
So let's go. I'm loaded in.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Back on the rat bow. Is this the future present rat bow?
It is. And it's going into a Mordor, though. So all that cheap stuff not going to be the most helpful.
We'll have to see what he gets from the future present, though. It could be big. Both of players are deciding to wait it out. There's the
It's a
first
heal
Undying.
buff. No, it's a Battle Shiho.
It's a monkey. Not probably the best due
Definitely
to
not in this matchup.
Due to rather being big and expensive rather than having even he doesn't. I don't think Tazik is running any cycle minions as well. Rather than he just having a stint and the sniper as his lowest mana costing cards. I think.
Yeah, that's what it looked like last time. So that monkey's really not what James wants, but it is something that can potentially make it to the face.
No, James probably wants to try to get as low as possible quickly. Probably wants that red golem quicker in this matchup rather than later.
Yeah, I would imagine so, especially against a Mordar. You don't want to go too late against a Mordar when you have almost nothing that can reach him.
But the big problem with that is he also needs to make sure he prepares for the wizard buff.
Not only that, he has to make sure that all these Undying Skeletons die far enough from his face. Ooh, Daggerfall not landing not catching the reboomer that wasn't yet spawned.
The Marine is still gonna get it though.
Yep.
And he's clearly trying to up the tempo this time around. I believe he added Blood Imps to his deck from compared to the first time around.
Yep. The good news is they haven't found a reboomer yet, so well, at this point it might be fine.
It's fine at this point because technically that will give him the early red golem, and it's also
Lightning Bolt gonna answer the wall, give him a little bit of face damage here.
It also seems that Tazik hasn't shown his wizard buff, and James might have also thought maybe he's changed it out and flexed it out for this matchup.
It's totally possible, and we're gonna see James with all his mana trying to find something to do here.
The problem right now is that Annihilator. He has to wait for it to hit face before he can really do anything. Ooh, the Annihilator survives the Daggerfall.
Yeah, but now the monkey's ready. Monkey will clear up all this.
It's going, and those imps are going to that reboomer.
Oh my god, he's gonna drop so low.
500 HP, but here comes Red Golem.
Oh yeah, Red Golem is ready. Tezik was happy, now he's not. That's gonna be the death of the skeleton as Monkey gets to face.
It's always the scary part when you play against a player that has Blood Imps. Does he have that Red Golem? Do you really want that reboomer to hit right now?
And right there we saw James doing his best to predict the spawn of that Undying Skeleton, as he still has to answer all of them, even with that Red Golem on that side of the field. And
he's about to get Red Golem number. He has Red Golem number 2 in hand. But as you can see, this Annihilator Sniper just whittled down the improved Red Golem.
And we're going to see a rather small Daka thanks to that Shock Rock coming in.
Not enough to kill the Undying, sadly. But that Undying does not have res up, so fortunately it won't be a problem later on.
Yeah. And we're closing in on the 4-minute mark, and that's just going to be when James can start pumping out these Red Golems extremely quickly, while Tazik doesn't necessarily have anything that can directly combat fast cycling.
There's the Wizard
Red
Puff.
Golems.
There's the Wizard Puff, though. James can't play that Imps in hand, and that's his best option. But the Wizard Buff, let's see what they get.
Oh, got the Golem!
Oh, James must have been so sad.
I'm sad.
Not like this. You don't want to see it go like that. Even when he played the best possible option, the better option due to his HP with the Marines, it still didn't go his way. And there's a bunch of Undyings already. That one, and there's 3 that still have res that are near his face now.
Yep.
The
good news is, by the time that res comes around, he will have cycled back around for the next Red Golem. The push is going to start pushing into Tazik now, especially since we're approaching the 5-minute mark. By the time Undying Skeleton's res, that's more than 15 mana being generated.
So. And every unit spawn now for James is giving him those 2 scrats, which are as you can see, plus Ratbow DPS are really effectively answering these Undying Skeletons at his face, so he can effectively play any card anywhere and be safe.
And as you can see there, he did not play the red golem. He's just holding on to it.
He's probably holding it because he sees that sniper. He probably wants to. Oh no, he chooses to go for it. I was gonna say he probably wants to find a way to answer the sniper first, and there's the daggerfall. He needs to get to it though. There it is.
Oh, that reboomer doesn't get the scrap that it wanted, so it has
The
to walk up
sniper's
and
also
kill
still
all the
alive.
plasma marines.
The sniper's just might effectively deal with 2 red golems with just everything tanking for it.
Oh, lightning bolt finds an alive reboomer. That's definitely not a good.
That's not what you want.
Yeah.
It uses the monkey tanking. The monkey coming actually pretty big there.
3 mana for 3 mana. Why not, right? Thanks, future
There's
present.
another red golem though,
Yep.
and it's not where the snipers can hit it. But there's a
Daggerfall
wizard
though
ball.
could be used
The
to cut off
Scrap
all
Horde ready.
that, and it will.
Scryhard is ready for this mana buff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he chooses Marines.
Oh,
Risky.
he summoned a lot of scrats.
Yeah, just
There's
use
the
the rat
lightning bolt. Finds the reboomer again. Oh my
Oh,
God, Wizard Puff, please!
Oh, not like this. Oh no, James. Oh,
James,
I
are you
feel for
me in
you.
this match? What is this?
I feel for you.
Holy crap!
I think we all need to drink to that one. That was painful to
No,
watch.
no, we don't encourage drinking here. Come on. Oh,
Drink water.
James has got nothing on the board here, and
The EXP is actually even
Yeah.
for where it is right now.
all this excitement that's been going down, they're actually even on EXP.
Yeah, the red
golem
golems.
finally comes down again.
The red golem's being able to hold the bridge on James's side for a while, so he's managed to stay even. Even though he's really low though at 300 HP.
Yeah, I've seen the call for why don't we just shock rock face to win it, but I think he
But
needs it for all
that's
those scrats.
He needs it for all those scrats, and he also has to waste that mana to effectively deal with the red golem. Because if that red golem gets to face, it could end the game. And James hits Mana Frenzy first, and he has both bridges for. No, both bridges became neutral as he hit Mana Frenzy. This could be big, but the red golem will probably take the top one. There it is.
That's going to be Mana Frenzy going back towards Tazik as well. There it is.
Now they're both even.
Now
This is just going to be a battle of
extremely
nutrition
scary
now.
push there. The good news is Red
Battle
Golem
of
was ready this time. Otherwise, that might have been the in-game push there. This Red Golem on top is going to finally drop over dead now.
And now James has both bridges. This could mean the end. The lightning bolt finds a library boomer. I think
No, it was a dead one this time, but God.
Thankfully. Oh God, 3 red golems.
How do we answer this? Good question.
It's gonna be hard. Tazik doesn't have any of the bridges.
Oh, lightning
He
bolt. I'm not sure
James
what it
effectively
found.
has all the mana lead. And here comes red golem number 4. If he doesn't choose to do it, he just chooses to more spam.
Why not?
There's
right?
a daggerfall.
Not that any of that spam actually makes it to the other side of the field. He just wants Dakas to try and clear up walls and tombstones to stop distracting his
reboomers.
red golems.
He manages to weather the storm a little. Tazik does. Now there's only one red golem, but all this swarm. But Mordor is fully spun up, and there's an annihilator.
There
It gets
was an
lightning bolted
annihilator.
right away.
So
Technically.
we have another red golem coming out. We're here at the 9-minute mark now. We're pretty far into this Mana
Boomer manages
Frenzy.
to survive the daggerfall.
Yeah,
James
it's gonna.
is-
Yep,
the
red
red golem
golem makes it to
finally
the
found
face. 3 and
Boomer.
3 hits.
But then another red golem coming in. Tazik really needs to find a way to get both bridges, but it's so hard with all these red golems just coming out at once. Mordaka
And
hits
we
Swarm.
have more red
not what he-
golems, and as we see, James keeps dropping lower and lower here.
Yeah,
If-
he can't play those imps. He can't afford it anymore. And the scary part is, he's even if if he can just hold out long enough there, he's gonna start shock rocking face. It's only gonna
That
take
is
6
exactly what
cycles.
Tazik has been doing. That's why James keeps getting lower and lower here. But this red golem, he's got another one walking towards his face here. He's going to distract it with an
But look,
undying
it's almost
skeleton.
dead.
Oh my god, the sniper,
reboomer might be
please.
able to clear it.
That's another hit on the face from this red golem. That's 2 hits. He's down to
Come
1,000
on,
health here as Tazik keeps trying to find a way to bring down these red golems while he continues to cycle the face, and Shockrock actually interrupting the Daka there as well. And
the Undyings are causing a minor wall to start forming, actually.
Yeah,
and here comes the Annihilator.
Another red golem goes down. We're now 3 Shockrocks away.
Can Tazik hold off? That's just the big question
That's
now.
another one.
He needs 2 more. He needs 2 more.
2 more Shockrocks and he'll win this match, but can he find anything? That's a full health red golem walking into his side right now. Sure, he can answer
And
the old one there. Oh, no.
The Tombstone's gonna tank it for just a while. Just 2
This
more.
Reboomer keeps eating up all the tombstones. He needs to find some way to deal with all this. He's down to 10 health. One more Shockrock is all he needs, but Red Golem reaches the face here. It's got a ton of health. The wall does not push Red Golem away, and that's going to cause the game to go James's way.
Oh, that game was so back and forth. Oh my god. Oh, if that wall was just a second earlier.
If it had just pushed the Red Golem away, even instead of just down.
Or if the wall was placed a little lower.
Oh my god.
What a game. What a game.
So that's James advancing into the finals where he gets to face off against Cole.
Very intriguing matchup, those two. We have James, a very unique and more experimental player, than Cole being a very, very solid fundamental player. I can't wait to watch that one.
Oh, by the way, everyone, we're still in round 1. These are the uninteresting matches.
Oh, God.
So now we're going to move on to match 3, where we're going to have Gamer up against Excalibur. Yep.
The battle of the streamers. Both these guys stream a lot. They've been streaming a lot more often now these days again. Gamer, after taking a short break, maybe you can say.
Yeah, I think we lost Gamer there for like a week or 2. He's been back.
Or 2. He's been back. He's been on schedule for once.
What even is his schedule? Just wake up, Minion Masters, sleep.
Wake up, Minion Masters, sleep. No, it's a wake up, Minion Masters, watch a movie, sleep. That's pretty much his schedule.
I don't think that's enough Minion Masters. But that's going to bring us to the 33-minute mark for their game, I believe. Yes, it is.
Is it? We gotta be sure. Yep.
Hold on.
Let me also make sure myself. Because 33. Okay, I got it. Yeah. It's ascending. It's good.
Okay, because when I was doing it with Baboon, he had different times for some reason.
Yeah, FDM. I still blame FDM.
Okay, so 33-minute mark. And 3, 2, 1, go!
You got the Battle of Skins going on right now.
Got them sheepskins. What is that? That looks like The Office.
It's Law Patrol. He looks like he's face palming. It looks like it's finally working for Gamer. He's been trying for 2 streams now.
Oh, great. I'm gonna have the Battle of the Avatars again. Colossus coming down right away.
Colossus deck.
Yeah, we've seen this one on his standard ladder deck.
And this looks like it's a face deck from Excalibur. Good choice actually into Gamer.
Oh yeah.
Gamer has this slower
deck. Look at all this damage.
And down 1,000 HP already.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna keep going. That's another potential 500 damage in that launcher there if he can protect it at all.
The black hole though. He can't protect it. He just used the.
Yep. That's 1,400 damage.
1400 already, but now we have the issue of the Colossus on the face, and it looks like it still has about 800 HP.
Oh yeah. So got plenty to go. Succubus is gonna walk off on its own. Drone
Ooh,
buzzers.
drone buzzers! Good answer actually, but the
But
Daggerfall
not with
just answers that
Daggerfall, yeah. It may as well have been. Ooh.
Scrat
Horde, that'll clean up most of his health pretty
Oh,
quick.
it wasn't placed a little more back.
Now the problem is Colossus is going to rest. Oh no, he's not. Reboomer ate the tombstone.
Reboomer takes it.
But another Colossus
But
is ready
another
anyway.
Colossus. But again, the same deal. Excalibur can technically let this come to face a little slowly if he can just take care of the Reboomers and then go full face. Because
But doing
gamers
so,
at 1400,
very, very difficult.
it's very difficult and it's very risky, but
Well,
it
the
could pay off
Undying
huge if he decides.
snuck in there. Oh, Musketeer, that will definitely answer
Oh
Colossus.
no, but Black Hole counters Musketeer. Because once it comes out, it doesn't have parry.
If he can distract it at all, and he doesn't look like he had anything to distract it, but he'll just go
Reboomer
face
to
with
answer.
the rammer. Reboomer
Oh
tombstone
no, the
will counter
tombstone!
it.
I don't think Gamer intended that, but that actually worked out better for him.
Oh yeah, and with that healing fireball, Colossus and Defenso Chopper are going to go right back up to health, and Daggerfall not going to find most of the Scrat Horde there. I'm sorry. Yeah. But he will
This
find
is
the
in the
drum
game ending
buzzers.
push. Excalibur has an answer.
Oh, nothing
That's it.
left. It was a
left in
big
the tank,
risk at the
sadly.
start there, but it looked
It
like
almost
it might
paid
work,
off,
but
too.
he couldn't get it to happen a second time, and that was the problem.
That was the issue there. And Gamer gets surprised there a little, but he manages to pull it off, and he wins with his comfortable deck. The question is now, does he try to adapt, or does he run it again? I think he should run it again. I mean, technically, it was no problem as soon as he adapted towards Excalibur's deck choice, and Excalibur is the one that has to answer, really.
I mean, if there's anything that we've seen from the rest of the tournament, it's that people brought at least 3 decks, and they're going to play all 3 decks. We have many more people doing that than just sticking with a deck.
Especially since now we see a lot more of the experienced players coming out. They know at this point that one deck is just not enough for tournament play.
Yeah. You're
Except
looking
if
at
you're,
anywhere from 5 to 10. I mean, even Edo showed up with multiple decks.
He did show up with multiple decks. So he showed up with 6 for that tourney, and luckily he only got to play 1.
Well, we got the 39-minute mark for game 2.
And I'm loading up.
Okay.
It's loaded up.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
It's Minion Master.
It looks like Baboon Lord. So Baboon Lord, it looks like he's on Ravager. It looks like a Palace deck already.
What? Nothing changed for me. You're crazy.
Really, nothing changed. It changed for me. He's Baboon Lord now.
I'm
But again,
still
the gamer has a
face-palming on my
Palace.
screen. Yep, he's been hanging out with Palace a lot, so he's really been looking to learn how to play this deck.
I mean, it's also been the deck kind of expected. We kind of expect to see this tournament. It was very pop. It was been proven to be effective, but he chose. While he was streaming, he was trying out the newer version, but it just wasn't working for him. So he opted to go with the older double whirly scrap version.
Well, it's not looking like it's going to find the value it wants this time. Succubus will get in quite a few hits here, but
Yes, the black
still
hole
not
there.
gonna be
He has
enough.
to get rid of it. Here
like,
comes Brutus.
he took quite a bit of damage there just from undying skeletons. Oh, now we have the fight of the Succubi.
Oh, but a wall! It's a well-placed wall. It's well, you rather have your master's help while fighting the push. Mordor is not actually really going to help that much anyway. So it's probably the better to fight it off early rather than later.
Well,
Then
we have this
Musketeer got
Musketeer
stunned,
just
so-
absolutely melting to these Plasma Marines.
And it got stunned as well, so the cleaver actually got to hit it.
Well,
Here's the
there's
Colossus.
that
The
Colossus. It
already
actually got
attacked.
stunned. It's actually going to die before he gets a single attack off.
That's 9 mana gone.
Oh, yeah. And
Excalibur, what you
Excalibur
gonna
is in a
do?
lot of trouble now.
Excalibur's because a
Oh,
ghost
these
turret,
Undyings
thankfully,
are
manages-
flying all the time.
Oh
in the
no, it's
world.
stun blast. There it is. It hits face.
Oh, the black hole's going to try and buy another one.
It's also gonna what's that? Get this whirly in there, meaning swarm won't be the
Oh.
answer. Oh, the defensive just dies right away, but he gets 2 defensives. And
That's a lot of
luckily,
tank.
the ghost-
None of that
luckily, the
actually
ghost
managed to
turret-
hit face.
Yeah, the ghost turret, also managed to target the cleaver first. So that was some good fortune from on Excalibur. And here comes a rampage though. Rampage on the cleaver. It's gonna kill all this tank.
And the Rampage Marines will clean up Xiaolong pretty quick there. Whirly Scrap will buy some more time, killing off these Undying Skeletons. But there's Musketeer. Oh, the Shock
Gamer
Rock doesn't
misses
catch
the
him.
shot again. Does he have to miss one every tourney?
I mean, maybe. It's a sign of good
It's
luck,
become-
okay?
It's become tradition.
Well, we have once again we have a pair of Succubi out on the field here. Musketeer got a couple hits on face. Undying getting a few more. Video Gamer just
half.
slowly being chipped down. He's actually at the same spot that Excalibur's at, and this is after Excalibur got that massive push off.
It's also going to be much more of a problem now that mana regeneration is a thing.
Mhm.
So we have while it also does help Gamer, it sadly helps Excalibur more because he can get these big answers to his pushes right away.
Mhm.
And as
Not
you
only
can see,
can he
just
get
res
those big answers, but he can res those big answers.
and this Colossus res is a big tempo swing. It's just 9 mana out of nowhere.
Yeah, but now Excalibur,
Excalibur's really
if he
low,
gets
that
hit
sucks
ever
at it. He's
again,
200, 300.
yeah, if that cleaver ever makes it to face, it's over. That's going
But
to be a
that wall
stun
won't
blast
let
to
it
buy a lot
happen.
of time. There's a rampage.
Oh,
Here
there's a
comes all the
rampage.
damage. It's potentially
Oh,
here.
the Musketeer got away.
Musketeer.
Musketeer
Oh.
gets it! Oh no, he misses it! The heal gets in them! But there's a Colossus at face!
Yeah, the
Gamer's only at
Colossus at
600.
face. There's the Shock Rock to buy a little bit of time here. That Ghost Turret
There's a
actually
defense
kills the
surge. He's
Cleaver
dead.
before
Oh,
he
the Cleaver
can
dead.
swing again. And that is going to be the game
Gamer's
going towards
game.
Excalibur.
Man, this has been an exciting group.
Well, we're definitely not playing safe in the group stage this time around. We are playing.
People are bringing their A game
slug.
already. A game already, straight out. People were ready for this tourney. People were hyped for this tourney.
Money on the line.
Mine. Gotta pay those bills.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who gets their shot at the finals between Gamer and Excalibur here at the 48-minute mark.
Wonder what they go for. It's always interesting when your back's on the wall.
It's clearly Driftle Zep.
Really, triple dip. So are we all loaded up?
Yep. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We got Vitriol on the left. We got Green on the right.
Commence throwing creatures at each other.
No updated avatar for you.
Nope. Avatar's still our favorite CEO.
I got a face.
Seems like Gamer's just going for a standard APEP list here. Got
Yeah.
the Swarmer.
Nothing too exciting. We've seen a lot of this before already in this tournament. So, oh, here comes that
There's
rammer.
a rammer.
And it's going to be met
It's
by
Cleaver right away, and APEP's gonna make it. Yes,
Yes,
he will make
but
it.
that
The
Cleaver's going to
beam
get beamed, but
on
not
the
before
Cleaver. Oh, it's
answering the
elite
elite
at the very
Swarmer.
least.
So he at least got his
Gamer's
own value out.
Slightly awkward and has to play the defensive there because really can't play anything right now.
I mean, it's still a functional tank to get behind. We see a free elite Swarmer coming in. And a
Elite
beam's
Swarmer.
going to answer Succubus, but
Wait. That's a
What?
second beam. Look at the card Gamer's next card. He just can't even his hand. He just used beam, right?
yes.
So that's the second beam he's
double
running.
Beam. Maybe it is more interesting than we thought.
Mm, well, he could choose to burn someone now. It is an option.
Yeah, but
Double beam-
unfortunately his opponent is Apep.
Yeah, so the totem is gonna come into play, but here comes a rammer. But the cleaver is at ready for how fast, for how heavy his deck is.
Yeah,
It's
double beam.
cycling pretty well. Oh, lightning bolt finds a cleaver.
Well, it's the only thing to find.
It's the only thing to find, and that's the thing you want to find. Especially now that we've seen Gamer's full deck, it was probably the best target next to the Defenso.
I mean, I think it's still better than the Defenso. Especially since he has his own cleaver, and that's going to be a beam to answer that
beam in the
cleaver
face,
and
he
to hit
gets
the
it.
face. Yeah.
Interesting. He's gonna use this to tank the Marine rather than letting the Marine come in and doing it the other way around. Rat Pack and Swarmers ready to get played. We have a much slower affair this time around. There's Cleaver. But
Yep,
there's the Lightning
cleaver
Bolt ready.
return. They might not be willing to take the 50-50 either.
Yeah, the Ghost Turret right there. Maybe that's choosing the defense.
There it is.
Into
Yep,
the
that's
Cleaver.
exactly what he
Yep.
wanted. He did not want to risk the 50-50. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't want to risk
you
it
wanna
either.
Yep, you don't want to risk that 50-50, but at the same time, do you also want to really spend the 5 mana for the defensive? Interesting. I mean, it's still pretty early, but maybe he's afraid. Maybe he's afraid of beam, and
What would
chooses
have been his
doesn't want to
answer
take any
if
early
he
damage.
lost that 50-50? He would have had to play the defenso anyway, right?
No, that is true. Gamer having the heaviest of hands right now, going to hide behind the defenso, hopefully getting to play other things. Let's see what he chooses to use to
Cleaver.
support it. Marines. Cleaver
That's
gets
a beam. It's going to answer up
Cleaver
that whole push
beams,
there.
and
And
but
Daggerfall's
Daggerfall
gonna
answers
answer
everything
back.
in return.
But
But
he
Gamer's
is
been controlling
up.
the bridges.
Yeah, 30 EXP lead.
30 EXP lead.
So he his cleaver. He gets free drone walker, and lightning bolt's going to catch
Ooh,
a
Swarmer's played
swarmer.
right in time. Free Drone Walker as well is pretty huge. It's a lot of DPS for a 4-mana unit.
Oh, beam going to catch the totem and open it
And-
up for cleaver. That's
It's
going to
about
be
300
about
damage.
500.
Cleaver gets another 300 in, so that's 600. He's above half still, but just barely.
Hmm?
Ghost turret being used to answer everything,
Yep.
including the
Ghost turret
succubus.
bounce. Sorry.
Rammer, but Gamer has the totem ready, so this Rammer is gonna can't really be used for tempo anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, the rammer has been mostly dead since perk 2.
The Cleaver is gonna find the defenso.
And
He
that's going to
has,
be a beam. It's going to clear up the
that's
defense,
beam.
though. Unfortunately, it doesn't catch the boomer, though. Doesn't matter.
Catch.
Cleaver gets the
Doesn't
face.
matter. Here's an
Another
interesting
beam.
He's just beaming right away. Doesn't even care. We're very low though.
Yep.
Nah,
He's just
with
one
the two
double
beams,
beam away from being at 15.
He's not even half. He's basically half a cycle if he can get any other damage in.
Like an elite swarmer.
Lead Swarmer, can you do it? Can you be? He doesn't choose to
And
block it.
bang! There it is.
Does it? It's now half a cycle.
The timer is on. Especially
Up,
since the
up.
totem just got used. That's going to get
No,
beamed.
but
Cleaver gets a hit and that drops into 110. That's game.
game.
Thanks for playing.
We have a winner.
Good game. Good metallic. Good slow-paced game from both these players.
Yeah, and we see the effectiveness of what a double beam can do.
Also, it's a big surprise. Like, he probably thought, okay, that. Probably because Gamer held his beam for the most part until the end. Probably was thinking, okay, he has to fully cycle. I still have time. Plays the totem. And gets caught.
So that's going to bring us to Groshniki. Or however the hell you say that damn
The
name.
angry snail
The Angry Snail. And Nuclear Goo.
versus
Mr. Draft.
the draft. Versus draft itself.
What is he now? Like level 300? I don't even know
He's
anymore.
the highest level in the game, I think, at 163.
Oh my god, he actually gained 6 more levels since I last seen him.
I think so. He does play a lot. He's also been active on the streaming community as well as being a guest in most streams.
Yeah, I've been seeing him a bit more recently. And he's going to be
finally
up against that snail, though, that did so well last tournament.
Yeah, he did well. He had a very firm idea of what decks were good in tourney play, and he showed it. And even then, he can fall back on Setsu. He's a very good Setsu player when you let him do what he wants. But we have Gu, who's always a surprise.
I don't even
The
know
thing
what to
about
expect from Gu if it was a ladder match or a tournament match. I would have no clue.
And that's the benefit of being a draft player. You always get surprised by them. Usually, you never know what to expect.
Well, let's find out how wrong our expectations are at the 34-minute mark.
All right.
And 3, 2,
2.
1, go.
Keep going at Setsu as we kind of expected. Gu on a Mordar.
The buttons do something.
Hey,
Ready for action.
they're matching,
The arenas.
and it's actually one of the rare arenas too. It was good.
Lesser used.
Lesser
I
used.
suppose it's thematic of the Halloween event.
Very thematic indeed. But I think what I'm seeing from Ikir is his standard Setsu deck. This may be his ladder deck. He might just want to go for comfort early on.
Oh, beams.
Ooh, beam right
actually
He gets
taking in
face.
a lot of
That's
damage here early.
1,000 almost.
With garbage, basically.
Good
Couple
chakra.
crossbow dudes and an elite swarmer. Here's 1,000 damage.
In Setsu jump on the dragon. It's gonna get it, I think.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Either in time and
So
both
the
bridges
Undying-
remain on the snail
So, yeah.
side.
So like, as we've been seeing a lot this tourney, Setsu kind of favoring the Undying Skeleton, which is a really good card just simply because if it can get to that side of the field, it's almost guaranteed to do face damage, especially since as the game goes on, it becomes really hard to track where it is. But here's a Colossus!
Yeah, and there's not that much of an answer besides a beam in Ekke's deck here. So that's
And
going to
Beam
be
just only brings
a
it down.
real problem.
Beam only bringing it down to half these days rather than to 400 HP. Surprisingly, 200 HP makes a big difference.
Ooh, Setsu's
Ooh,
gonna
he's
jump.
deciding to go for face.
Yeah,
He's
he
deciding to go for face. He's probably gonna want to finish this as this Colossus comes in. If he
gonna
can
want
only get
beam.
it around 800, he's probably saving the beam for the dragon. Is he gonna do it?
Oh, no,
No, he
he's
just
not.
defend. I don't know if that was right or not. It's a very tough call.
It gets Colossus low, but not quite low enough. He's gonna get some swings in if...
He's gonna level up, but this Setsu perk, the reload, is not the important level for Setsu. It's usually considered almost a lull in Setsu's action. Oh, the scratch.
There's a second Colossus coming out,
gets
the Tombstone
scratched,
is
so that's a
still
little
up.
DPS gone. And this dragon's just been hitting face.
Oh yeah, 50 DPS.
Dragon, face too. Is this it?
it?
Yeah, he's trying to.
Apparently, the first Colossus of the game just wins it. No problem.
Yeah, and Eek made a decision to go face, but he didn't fully commit. I wonder if he would have found enough damage with the Undying Warrior and Setsu, and if he just chose to beam the dragon. Especially with Mortar's auto attack
I
not
mean-
yet fully spun.
That, if I was gonna go all in, that's how I would have done it. But I don't know. He could have beamed the Colossus as well, and that would have answered it because he was actually low enough to die at the time. The healing fireball hadn't landed yet, so he could have potentially killed that Colossus. At the very least, he would have had a clean board to work with, but that's not how it went down.
Either way, the big story right now is Gu is up 1-0.
Yep. We're gonna find out what the snails got for a backup plan here at the 39-minute mark. You are ready, sir.
Right. Count us down.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
King Puff, I see you.
Ugh.
Oh, so
Demon Warrior.
Ooh, here's the Demon Warrior deck. So again, the second variation of the Demon Warrior deck being the King Puff, and Goo on Ratbo. He's shown a couple of other play that he has been favoring a Ratbo future past present deck, and there it is. I wonder what Goo got. Probably not that scrap pack, right?
I would hope not. Otherwise, we
Probably
got a
that fireball.
bug. The fireball didn't hit anything.
It missed because the Marines were able to move out in time. Goo was a little greedy there. He tried to get both at once, and it didn't pan out.
Yep, so now we have this giant, well, not really giant, but a
Illusionary
decent
Cleaver.
push.
That's probably a real cleaver coming from Goo, or due to just using an illusion. No, ooh, he's running 2 illusionary cleavers. Interesting decision.
Well,
Considering
they
that
do
his
spawn
main.
Scrats, so
Oh, there's a statue in his deck as well.
it's got quite the interesting deck here.
I think it's.
Fireball's gonna answer the spear throwers
I don't
and
think
the
he
healing
cycled that fast enough. Maybe he got a fireball from the future past, but he was also probably running one already.
Oh, we're slowly
don't think
spawning
he
up
has
an
a
army.
real-
That's a real cleaver.
Oh, yeah, it's a real cleaver.
It's here.
As I said, he surprises me.
Oh no, he swaps away all those targets from that Scrat Horde. They weren't
Another
on the
cleaver is found
bridge yet.
face. And it's still full 8. It's still about half. Now it's half. Fireballs
Comes the
away.
third
King
hit.
Puff, can you do the deep? Oh,
And
he's
now
gonna get another hit.
living statues at the faces as well. There's a shock rocket. Tried to buy some time, but
You can't really play the
so
Demon
many
Warrior
more
right
hits
now.
coming in still.
He's gotta play these Spear Throwers, and there he goes. He manages to clear the swarm, but
That's
is that
not
the
a
real
cleaver.
cleaver? No,
That's
it's a
good.
fake.
That's got to be another
Thankfully,
fake,
it's the
right?
fake.
Yeah.
But that's the real
No!
cleaver right there.
Oh god.
There's no time to
Scrats
play Demon
everywhere.
Warrior.
There's
He
the
just
fireball. It just answered both spear throwers and the marines.
Oh no! The
Oh
illusionary
god, it's
got
all
half the
gone.
Lord. Real cleaver gonna hit the Spear Throwers. Here comes
Definitely
Daka.
gonna clear up one more.
Is it enough, King Puff? Can you do it? It's enough.
The push just keeps on coming though.
And there's finally a lot. And here's the play. Here's the perk 2 from King Puff. Now, if I was Eek, I would slow down the game. I would not play this Demon Warrior. I would just focus on defending right now because he's not being
He
given
needs
the
to save
time.
that heal buff, that's for sure.
But what if that's the real cleaver at bot?
It's
No, it's
not.
not, thankfully.
I would hope Go wouldn't do that. That's a little too reckless. There's level 3 Demon Warrior. That might
Level 3,
cause
he
the
cheats.
spawn of the real one. There it is. It's at bottom.
There it is. And this is why I kind of didn't want to see Eek play the Demon Warrior, because now the push begins, and he has to wait for all that mana. The living statue and the cleaver being still behind there.
Yeah, but
Scrat Horde.
the Scrat Horde dropped in the right place there. That'll clean up
Fireball!
a lot. Fireball will clear up all that. Shock Rock can kill off the Marines there. Color Scrat's still not good enough.
Cleaver's gonna find. No, it's find some Marines. Thankfully for
Yeah,
for
but
Eek,
Living
this
Statue doesn't
is
care
still
about
pretty
all
high.
these minions. He gets off a second hit there. Cleaver's still trying to find his
There's
way
the
to
second
face. There's the
fireball. The one he
fireball.
got
That's
from
going to
Peter
open up
Cleaver
the
for
window
days.
there.
No,
That
that's not
is
where you
a
need the dagger
timer.
at that moment.
Oh, Shock Rock.
No, Shock Rock. That's
And
it.
the Cleaver will finish it. And that is 2-0 to Goo.
That second fireball coming up big, even though he missed the first one.
Well, the good news is when you're cycling that fast, it's fine.
It's a surprisingly cheap deck. 2 illusionary cleavers, a scrap pack.
So that'll bring
three
us
one-mana
to
cards.
our finals of the Group C. That is
Game
Cole.
being James and Cole, right?
Yep, James and Cole.
I wonder if experimentation happens from James. I mean, we have Cole, who's very solid already, a very solid player on any deck. Question is, does James surprise?
He almost has to if he wants to bring down Cole. So that'll be the 12-minute mark.
And I'm loaded up.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. That is the wrong screen for the streamers. There we go.
Storm Ranger. James versus the Storm Ranger. Here we go. It's the heavy future past golem deck.
Present.
Look at me messing up cards.
Past is terrible. Present is all it's all about.
Magma Storm! It showed up! Wait, you can use that Magma Storm to answer the guild!
That's actually a really good answer to the guild. As you can see, it's already gone.
Bye, guild.
Thanks for playing.
And it's an efficient +3 mana.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of solves the problem of James not outside of Daggerfall. He can't really AOE anything bigger. But again, here we go. Stormbringer control, doing what it does best, just wanting to play slowly and grabbing those bridges. And Cole has yet to show the Cole probably has that ghost art. He has. I like to say that Cole taking the warrior is also one of the more interesting deck decisions you can make while building this deck. The Stormbringer control, you usually want to either have the 2 Marines or 2 Marines or warrior. What do you think's correct, though?
Beam Storm.
Magma Storm coming up. Can it get the last hit? Yes, it does.
Oh, I thought I saw it hit somebody in the audience. I didn't know where that body came from.
Came from the guild. It spawned something.
What was that? That was 2 Marines and a warrior and what? I'm sorry.
So it's either usually when you build the Stormbringer control deck, you make the decision of whether you go triple Marines or 2 Marines and a warrior. What do you think is the correct play? What do you think is the correct decision?
Generally, it's triple Marines, but lately, I've been really enjoying the warrior. I used to find it really underrated back in the day, but now that it's had its damage buff and it's actually a somewhat serious threat, it's kind of nice to have, honestly. Giving your Marines a tank, that's just amazing.
On the guild. This is good play by James. He's answering the guilds right away. He's slow. He's keeping even at the very least in the XP. Cole only having that 4. Oh, and this is the unfortunate Magma Storm. Magma Storm not finding that any hits on that Defenso Chopper.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. We have this ghost turret. It's going to clear up the entire push, though.
And this is the issue now. As much as James probably wants to play that red golem, it's a dead card. Simply because of ghost turret.
Oh, yeah. The ghost turret with that marksmanship, it just gets so much damage in before you can play anything. But he also kind of needs to play it just so that he has something on the board to push behind because Stormbringer's just pecking away.
That's the right time to play it. He Magma Storms. He needs to get that guild.
Come on, Magma Storm! Oh, he got 1 hit at least, so that's helpful.
He needed 2. At least he manages to dodge the imps.
Well, Daggerfall cleared it up,
finish it.
And Red Golem makes it all the way to face here. It still has the Defenso Chopper getting lightning bolted. Makes it all the way to face. There it is.
Ghost turret.
Ghost turret is still going to take a while. That's 67 DPS. That Golem needs to die faster than that. He still needs to die faster. There it goes. That was over 1,000 damage done by that 1 red golem. Here comes Magma Storm, hoping to get this cleaver. Got the ghost turret at least.
Magma Storm!
But it's not going to find a second hit there, and there is the crossbow guild now going down.
But he can use the he chooses to go on the warrior if he needs to defend from the warrior. Or it comes down. But here's the issue now. None of this comes played way back. Cole can cycle to that ghost turret again, and the crossbow guild on the golem as well is also another issue.
Yes, and that's what we're really going to find. If he can get Oh, the plasma
Magma
rays get
Storm.
annihilated by that ghost turret. Oh,
Magma Storm.
Magma
At
Storm
least
hit the
it finds-
golem too. That's not gonna help.
That's not helpful.
And
James
that's a
is
second
really low.
crossbow
He's
guild
300.
down now.
He's at
James
300
might just
and
die
here
here to
comes the-
Pex. Here comes
he
the
had to
next
play
red
this.
golem.
He had to play it. There was no choice, but it's going to take a lot of damage really quickly. These Marines
Daggerfall's
and
gonna
these
clear up a
crossbow
lot.
dudes add up. He can't, and this is the really scary part. He cannot afford not to play cards and hold mana simply because there's way too much ways that Cole can do damage right now.
Oh, here comes Magma Storm. It's going bottom, trying to answer the cleaver. He does get one hit in. It
Come on, can
does
you kill
not
the
get a
Cleaver?
second.
No, kid.
Now he's in
He has to
trouble.
play
He
a
tried
card.
the Daka, and it will work.
He does it in time, but this all these
Needs another
crossbow dudes
red
at bot
golem
lane are
up.
about to add up.
Oh,
No, Marines, no.
timer.
You got a timer.
35
Oh no,
health.
Golem's dead.
There's the Magma Storm
Can
trying to
it
get the
both?
crossbow
Can
guilds.
it
It got them both.
It gets both. But again, the game is on a timer right now. Cole's probably has it already.
Yeah. It doesn't matter though. He has to play Blood
didn't
Imps just
realize
to
it.
get
It's
something
Imps.
on the field. So that'll be the first match going to Cole.
Again, strong basics. Strong basics showing up in Cole. I mean, it was a good get on the future present. I mean, yeah, future present. But Magma Storm sadly just didn't pay off those 2 times, and those 2 times were just enough for Cole to get the pace of the game on his side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we're going to go into our game 2 now at the 19-minute mark. See what James can come up with. If you are ready.
All right, I'm loaded in.
In 3, 2,
Two.
1. Here we go.
Masters of minions and minions of
King Puff. It seems to be the fallback for a lot of people.
Let's go.
It's at least a fallback for James. And we've got quite the bridge fighting deck out of him with drone buzzers as well.
I wonder if this was the correct decision, especially since Control Stormbringer is one of the better decks at controlling the bridge right now.
I mean, with
But the-
Legionnaires, they're quite tanky. Drone buzzers don't very much answer crossbow dudes. But the Defenso Chopper...
But Legionnaires pretty much died to Defenso. But look at these Drone Buzzers are doing work on Defenso, and they don't instantly die to crossbow dudes as well. And if they can get if both Defenso not both Drum Buzzers get on the same dude, the dude dies.
Yes, correct. And
Correct,
that's the
correct,
problem.
Swarmers, double Swarmers from James. He wants to play for bridges. He wants those bridges.
Yeah, but he's
Problem
really
is he
struggling to
can't
get
get
there.
both.
Here comes the Legionnaires, but we can only expect the Defenso Dropper or a Warrior to just get dropped.
Warrior and Warrior and the 3 dudes should be doing it. The Shock Rock will delay it for a bit, but they're just gonna get rained down slowly.
And that's the end of the first guild as the second one gets dropped here. And we're going to see a little bit of pecking go into James's face.
And the scarier thing as well is once Stormbringer hits perk 2, James will be forced to play cards at every opportunity simply because the Marines and crossbow dudes will start to outrange King Puff.
And
Can't
that's a serious problem. That's one of the things about this matchup. He basically just turns into Ravager, only he doesn't have Ravager's big tanky cards.
He doesn't have Ravager's fast auto attack.
Not that it would matter because he can't reach anyway.
It would in my heart.
Well,
I believe
these
in
drone
Ravager.
buzzers have finally found their way back onto the field to answer that ghost turret, but
Good answer,
They're-
but as I said, right now there's just too much of this swarm going on. Very slow. Cole is pretty much doing what he wants to right now and controlling his game and cycling out those guilds.
yeah. And as we see another one come down, we see the warrior reach the face as all this ranged support is behind it. That's a good 50 DPS behind that warrior. Legionnaires get dropped here to try and quickly clear it up, but he's already taken 1,500 damage from that push.
Doesn't help if you look at top, these crossbow dudes are gonna start swarming in as well. Luckily, Swarmers manages to kill one dude before they all go down to Ghost Turret.
Yeah, Ghost Turret is ridiculously good on defense, especially with marksmanship.
Puff can't do anything, as we see.
Can't defend himself.
Oh, King Puff, please. You gotta play cards right now, King James.
Good enough.
You gotta play more cards, James.
He needs something tanky because just Stormbringer alone is shutting down most of his defense.
Can't defend. That's the problem. The guilds are just too much pressure. It seems for even his swarm-based deck.
It's really troublesome with the marksmanship buff, and that's what we're seeing here.
James has the bow. I don't think he can defend this anymore.
Goodbye to James as Cole advances to the main stage. He tried.
He tried. It was an attempt. Gold star. Now we have a interesting match in Goo and Gamer. What's your prediction for this one, Dip?
Honestly, I don't know, because when it comes to Goo, there is so much that he can play. I only know what Gamer might have prepared based on what I've seen on his streams, and when it comes to Goo, there's nothing you can really predict.
There's no preparation for Goo, pretty much. And you also have to think about the Gamer usually, like especially when he talks about tourneys, he always second guesses himself and ends up making a lot of mistakes. So there's always that issue.
Oh yeah, what we normally see out of Gamer is that he's either taken out in round 1 or he makes it pretty far, or at the very least to the main stage. I'm not sure he's ever not made it to the main stage since we switched to the 2-stage format. So
yeah, he has never not made it to the main stage.
So I would say Goo's got the uphill battle here.
Your money is on Gamer.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
All right, let's figure it out then.
At the 6-minute mark.
And it's down.
In 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Picture changed for me.
Not for me. Got the double beam deck.
And God didn't change for you. Someone would have a very big issue with this.
I need to kill somebody. Is that what's happening?
No, it's just habit.
No.
Colossus, but
oh no, Ghost Turret, you're too far away.
Ghost Turret, not in range, but oh no, there's a dragon now. Gamer has to play the Marines.
Yeah, but he's still going to lose that Ghost Turret.
He's got that double beam. He's got the double beam. It should be enough.
I'm sure he still wants that Colossus to be lower.
And now we have a full-fledged Colossus. It's about 900. There's the beam.
And nothing
else. No black hole from... Ooh.
Oh, there's the black hole. Got it. Perfect.
Got it.
But what he's doing here... Oh, he was trying to buy time so that that tombstone could get up.
Maybe it wasn't in his hand at the time, as it looked like it was... It looked like he maybe just got it, so it wasn't probably an unfortunate from Goo's end.
I mean, what better way to confuse your opponent than looking like you misplayed Black Hole just to respawn your Colossus through the tombstone that you just unlocked?
That is true. But here comes the second Colossus. It's getting beam. The second beam from Gamer. This has been very interesting.
And
It
Cleaver's going to
resets
get
the
one more
claw
hit.
attack. There we go.
That was a quick 1,300 damage.
Swing. A quick swing towards Gamer's End, but you always have to always wonder if the double beam will come if Gamer decides to just go for it and burn down his opponent. There's always that option.
Honestly, he could probably do it right now, just burn the tombstone, but it looks like he's just going to force the respawn on the Undying instead of risking not having the beam for something else like this here, which the black hole barely arrives in time.
But I don't think it was in time either way because those Marines are probably Stun Blast also not in time.
That very short attack delay, it's a real problem when you're trying to get a spell in before black hole's up.
But there's the third Colossus.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's in the wrong lane, though. He needs some way to distract the Cleaver up to the Colossus, and that's not looking like it's going to happen.
And that's a Scrap Pack and Marines. Gamer can use Daggerfall, but he chooses not to. He's trying to save
answering
mana.
the push at his face. Here's the
There
beam.
It
it's going to miss the whelp.
Doesn't get the dragon. Misses the whelp. Sadly, at least Gamer probably wanted the whelp. Didn't want the whelp. He probably just wanted the beam.
Maybe.
Because
we
now
have the ghost turret now. That's going to try and answer
beams.
this Colossus. The
Here
shield
comes
totem
the
dropped a
Apex.
little early, but that's okay.
Could be, and yeah, it should be fine. As we see, Gamer. Oh, black hole is that? It's red, so that's Goose, right?
That's if Gamer wants to, he can turn it around, but he's just gonna beam it there. As once again, the tombstone just wasn't ready in time.
He's in
that
double beam range.
Yeah, he is.
He's in double beam range.
He's in
that means
beam
it's
and
not even half
daggerfall range. It's over. But the name of that game seemed to be Goo could not get a res off to save his life. Quite literally.
Yeah, 2 beams. Shock rock. Yeah, there's no way a res is going to happen.
I mean, he kept trying for the res. He had the cards to make the res happen. It just didn't because just tiny timing errors. We're talking, 0.2 of a second that would decide whether or not he got the res off.
Yeah, and that's also what separates a lot of like really good players. That split-second timing.
Work on your black hole timing, kids.
Work on that. Make sure you account for your 300 ping or etc.
All right, so we're
Account
gonna
for it.
see game 2 at the 17-minute mark. In 3,
Are you ready?
2, 1, go.
The Stormbringer battle.
Hot control on control battles. And we're talking real control, not that Volco crap.
What? Vocal control. the fan favorite?
It's definitely not Dip's favorite. You heard him, he just puked thinking about it.
Yep, I just be thinking about it. But let's get to this game. I mean, we have the Control Stormbringer matchup, and it's really interesting because
Cleaver can't quite. What? In the, oh.
Can't find it because
Okay,
the production
Stormbringer.
speed is too fast.
Well, yeah, that too. But I was wondering why the Cleaver ran past the Illusory, and it was because Stormbringer said, "That's my target."
My target, I want it. Nope, you can't have it. It's always an interesting interaction when you see it happen too.
So we have this Ghost Turret come down. That's going to answer up that Defenso as all this Swarm, unfortunately, going to arrive slightly too fast here.
It's the addition of the guild really made the Stormbringer control deck one of those top tier decks. Even it was already on the scale of the top deck before, but when the guild got buffed, it really found that big pressure option that most control decks kind of want.
And now we
Now
just
we have
see
the
the
equalized
exchanging of the
speed.
packs.
There's the guild from Gamer. They both again taking the respective bridges, and they choose to play the guild in the same lane. I wonder if that was correct.
I mean, constant pressure on both sides. Sort of.
Constant pressure. And now Gamer has the tank. He's the tank, and he's got slowly, and he got the perk 2 first. This is the big, the big moment for Stormbringer. The perk 2. Now he can trade more effectively. It's a matter of what Gamer does right now to secure control for the rest of his game.
So, well, we see the second guild come down for Goo here. And Gamer has it in hand, but he hasn't played it yet. He's going to opt for a Daggerfall to clear up everything that's on the field first. And that's just going to leave the Crossbow Guild at bottom. Just keep going. Gamer's still sitting on his guild here.
You don't technically have to play it right away. You kind of, while you do want to cycle it, you don't have to play it right away. You can wait a little to see to make it safer. Like currently, it's that ghost turret just got burned.
Yeah.
But like you kind of also want to play it while you're safe. That's the big thing.
I wouldn't really say he was in danger there though. That just seems a little, I don't know.
Maybe he felt like he was in danger at the time, and it caused the misplay or the miss.
I don't know if it's a misplay either. I'm thinking Gamer thinks it's not going to be what wins him this game, but
Cleaver,
not a real
okay,
one.
he had Swimmer. Thank God. Oh, not real. I got juked.
Get juked.
So Gamer having the ghost turret in hand again. He's gonna use the ghost turret to answer the guild.
And that'll work out great. So, and he has his much more forward played guild on his side, which allows him to get to that bridge a little bit faster. Turning the midpoint. The midpoint now is on Goo's side of the field.
Bye ghost turret.
Yep.
Ghost turret.
There's
as
another
much as
forward place guild. This one's gonna get beamed.
It's beamed right away. And I think that's also the big issue. The big difference here is while Goo has a beam, it doesn't really mean much because the cleaver gets a lot more going for Gamer because it's a big tank that Goo actually still has to burn through, so the back line gets a lot of work.
Yep, exactly.
Bye ghost turret again.
Which there goes Cleaver there, but look at all this board presence that Gamer has just off the back of that. And I mean, he finally gets answered, but Goo's now under 700 health.
Goo is really low. And this is not where you want to be in this matchup.
Yet another defenso comes walking in, and he's down under 600.
We have to look at the EXP here. Gamer is above Goo by 50. And looks like the surrender beam comes out.
Yeah. Goo's done.
Goo realized
He's tagging out.
Goo's realized it.
So.
And that's good game.
Yep, that's Gamer advancing into the main stage once again. So I win the bet, you lose.
Dang it! That's my 50 supplies down the drain.
Oh, we're betting supplies. That's fine.
Are we? That's fine. Supplies are good. Supplies are good for everyone.
Who doesn't want supplies? So that's gonna wrap up Group C here. Any final thoughts with it?
Very highly contested group, actually. We kind of expected this to be more of the meme group, technically, outside of Cole and Edel. But we had some really good games from every single player, actually.
And, you know, this was probably... It doesn't look like it, but it felt pretty... a lot more contested than the other groups.
Definitely. Tazik and James probably took the game of the night. Mana Frenzy battle.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna go ahead and take yet another break before we get to our Group D, and we'll see you all then.